So, taking a look at the stepfather, we know that the mother's name is Brittany. I'm not sure of her last name, but he is Darian Vince. And let's take a look at his picture. His picture shows an injury to the front of his head, and he was either hit in the front of his face, or it's even possible that he slammed his head in order to kind of like fabricate this injury. So looking at this injury, it looks like there could either be dried blood right there, or it even looks like a scrape. So I'm not an expert, but to me it looks like when you bang your own head against something. So that's what I'm suspecting. I'm not saying he did that, but to me it looks like he banged his own head um, on something. I would, I don't know, I would think that if somebody wants to injure you, they would hit you in the back of the head, because that would probably lead to some kind of concussion, some kind of fatal injury, or, the most damage being done. So the injury looks kind of odd. And also, no other part of his face really looks injured. They weren't punching him. What's really interesting is that the police say that he arrives at the hospital between 10 and 11, as if they don't have surveillance and they don't have exact timestamps. I think that's really interesting. I think they're kind of playing along with his game so that they can get more information as to where to locate the girl. I would like to think that the Houston Police Department um, actually knows what's going on, that this is suspect, that the story doesn't make sense. I don't think they're that stupid. I think that they are cooperating. I think it's much like the case with I forgot her last name. Her name was Jacqueline in Baltimore, where the husband and the stepdaughter were behind it, but for weeks the news kind of I think they kind of pretended that he was innocent in order to collect information. They didn't want him to flee and things like that. So I think that's what's happening, because he is home according to the news. So I think they just want to collect as much information as possible. So I think they're not buying that story. I think they know exactly when he walked in. They know that it doesn't make sense why the mother didn't report and things like that. I don't know if the mother is behind it. Um, it's possible, but we can't really say right now, because officially the police are treating it as if he is a victim. So I wanted to provide a few visuals. So here we have the hospital showing part of the freeway, because we don't know which part of the freeway you know, he said he was on, and where the car was found. So this is what the hospital looks like. It's the front of the hospital. And then here is where the hospital is. So the hospital is right off of a highway. So you can just come straight from 59 onto this into this driveway to the hospital. So yeah, so this is how you enter the freeway. So according to him, he was walking along the freeway and then eventually got to the hospital. So what I found really interesting was that even in this Google Maps photo, you can even see a police car that's parked right in front. So I wonder if there was a police car present at the time. His story doesn't make sense to me at all, and nobody at all would help you with the 2-year-old. I don't know. That doesn't really make sense. According to ABC Eyewitness News, Maleah was last seen on the 16500 block of Southwest Freeway. And if you put it into Google Maps and also put in the hospital, you can see that it's about a 2 hour walk, probably longer for somebody who is injured. So, it took him a while to get there, according to him. So, after losing consciousness and, that whole brain fog and everything that he went through for the next, I guess, 5 hours or so, the stepfather finally arrived to Houston Methodist. And yeah, that's when he, finally was able to get treatment and attention, according to him.